Damn, you're not doing too good, are you? What's the first? Oh. If anybody's there, I'll be there in a minute. Fuck. Trying to get everything ready. Oh, I'm gonna need my glasses so I can read anything if somebody's. Now move, girl, move. Why you want to be up in my butt? Up in my face. Oh. What did I need to do? What did I do? Oh, my glasses. Stop. Stop, girl. I'm calling out to you today. Make a better way. hadn't done that in a while. Get on. Go on, lay down. Go lay down. Stop. Lay down. Lay down. Oh. I ask for your guidance. 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 Guide me through this life. Guide me through this day. Help me in every way. Help me today. I ask for your guidance. I ask for your guidance. Oh, in every way today's been a weird, well, you know, I don't know how to explain it. Don't know how to explain anything other than I'm here, I'm alive. Ain't we alive, baby? That's about it. I love my dog. I love my dog. I love my dog. You gonna play the drum with me, baby? You gonna play the bucket? You just took. Oh, yeah. You love me, don't you? You love me. I wished I had. You know, I wish I could have got you fixed before you went in heat. And then we got that other dumbass dog. Now sit. No, stay. Sit and stay. Calm down. Stop. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. You too nervous. There's somebody. Stop, baby. Stop. Hey, I was just beating on the bucket for a minute, and then little big girl keep wanting to. She was getting in the picture. Today, when I set this up, well, I don't know. I didn't know. My Greycloud's Thoughts channel, I was able to subscribe to my Greycloudyday channel from my second channel, and then I was able to subscribe to my second channel from Greycloudyday, or vice versa. And then hey, thanks for hitting the like button. Because the 2 likes that are on it are actually me from Greycloud's Thoughts, and then I think I hit a like from my own, from Greycloudyday. But I'm just winging it. I'm kind of like, you know, I know that Nature Girl earlier was commenting she had missed yesterday's live and she was working. She said she's off today. Stephanie, I think's her name. But I mean, her handle is Nature Girl or something like that. And I told her I'd be maybe going live today, trying to. So I decided, you know, when people are responsive and have a genuine, you know, draw to want to be here, you know, if I'm going live, I want to try to do that as much as possible. Yeah, I'm just. I've been meaning to. I've been wanting to beat on my bucket for a while now, and I just haven't. A few weeks ago, I got it out, and I couldn't find my drumsticks, so I just did it with my hands. Actually, I think I got it out during a live stream a week or two ago. I don't know because I did go live. So, whoever's watching, I just hope you're doing. I hope you're having a good day, and you know, I appreciate whoever's here and whoever shows up. Like I never have had a channel for the sole purpose of trying to get famous for being famous sake or make a lot of money. The same when I used to play music back in the 90s and stuff. I was in a band and we played because we played music, wrote our own songs. We didn't do any covers. I've never been into doing covers myself. Be honest with you, I'm not that good of a drummer I could learn songs if I wanted, but I'm more of just I like to, when I have a drum set or am able to collaborate with a musician, I don't play anything else, but I have a little bit of a vocal quality, not necessarily a good singing voice. Don't know how to traditionally sing, but I try to. I know how to growl a little bit or scream if it's heavy music. But I do have a clean sounding voice that I can use during different types of to try to enunciate and actually you hear what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I've learned to try to do that. And don't really have a topic, but I left a link in the chat here from, I left a link for my second channel. So whoever comes in, if you haven't already went over there and subscribed, I'm hoping that would be a way for somebody to go ahead and just hit it, go over there, subscribe, then come back to the chat if they want. Of course, that depends on how many people show up. Yesterday we had several people. We had, Gideon and Bearseath Farm was here. There was a new person that I hadn't ever seen before in comments or anything. So I don't know if they were a subscriber, but they had asked me how old I was, and I think they were there for a little while, but I don't know if they, on my end, all I ever see is the numbers popping up. Like I can see, like a minute ago, there was 2 other people here, and the only thing that's been consistent since I started was one person definitely has been here the whole time. I hadn't seen you. It hadn't faded in and out. Like sometimes I'll get on here and it might take a minute for y'all to come on. And then I'll notice one person, then it'll drop to 0. A minute later, it'll go 1 person. But what I figured out, that's probably someone having a connection problem. Like they're having, for whatever reason, an issue staying connected, so they haven't chimed in the chat yet. So, and if you don't chime in the chat, it's fine too, because if you just enjoy that I'm here while talking, I appreciate it. But, like I said, I wanted to, as I've been coming out of this, several months worth of downtime and kind of a depression and just trying to rework my routine back into something that I'd gotten out of, like getting up earlier, doing some studying throughout the day, as well as starting off the day with study before I do much of anything else. And I've mentioned that enough in videos and stuff. But then, once I do what helps me in the morning, then I can proceed with getting up. And if there's a mess here in the living room from the other puppy and stuff, I clean it up. Then I can think about, after I've done my meditations, like I said, my scripture reading or anything that I may be reading. It's not all, I read so many different, I haven't been reading a lot here lately, but I'm trying to get back into it. So like yesterday, I did get a Joel S. Goldsmith book back out and started reading on it, The Master Speaks. I'm not like, I thought I'd started it from the beginning, but I didn't have it marked. So I just kind of just going through it and reading. See it. You don't have to be up here in my face the whole time just because I'm talking to people, but that's okay. She loves me. Yeah, this is a little big girl. It's Lady Bird's puppy, which, if you are, whoever you are, if you are a regular, then Lady Bird, my old dog that got hit probably, a month and a half ago, if not maybe 2 months. It's probably going on 2 months that she's been gone. And that broke my heart. And see, like, I don't know if you're here anymore. It's you might have chimed out. So, Lady Bird, or little big girl, lay down or go on for a second. So I'll just beat on the drum for a minute or the bucket, and let's see if anybody else shows up and maybe wants to chat or something. I kind of was, I'm having a pretty good day. I'm frustrated, but join the club, a lot of us are. I'm frustrated about, I can't be that frustrated because I owe David some money and haven't paid him in months. It ain't about $35, but he's a good dude. He's an older dude. He's helped me out. He knows I'm in a bad place sometimes. But for me to, I'm stressing over someone that owes me, and but it was a little different. I didn't loan it to him. I actually purchased something. We split it. They didn't have their money. I'd ordered, and they didn't come back, or they didn't have the money the day that we split it up, and I didn't care. I trust them, but they've been kind of avoiding me. And then earlier the week, they said they'd be by here Friday, and I don't care if they have all of it or not, just part of it. When I'm down to nothing, but about $3 or something, it'd be nice to get a little bit of what they owe me, and then I can determine, is there something I need here, and can I get to the store, or something, whatever. So. Well, anyway, I guess whoever was here left. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to highlight save to your channel as unlisted video. Okay, highlighted the last 5 minutes. I don't know what all that'll be entailing, but sometimes I forget to do that. So, I don't know. I thought somebody might show up. Somebody did show up. There was actually one person here for a minute, you were here, but probably a good 5 or 10 minutes. And a second person came in too, but so far, nobody has let me know who's watching or not watching or whatever, Which makes no sense, does it? How can you let me know you're not watching if you're not watching? By not being there, I guess. Okay, there's somebody again. I was talking about how there was somebody here for about 5 minutes or a little bit longer, maybe. I don't know how long you were here or was here, whoever it was. And then it dropped off. I was down at 0 for another 3 or 4 minutes. Stop getting in my face right now, please. Lay down or something. Oh, I love you. I love you. Oh, come here. I'm sorry. It ain't that big a deal, is it? But whoever's here, I appreciate you. I don't know if you're the person that was here 5 minutes ago. There was also a second person that came in and then wasn't here. But I think there could be connection problems. It could be someone popped in, checking it out, didn't like what I was saying. I don't know. or, whatever. I don't have a specific topic, but I was beating on my drum here, or it ain't a drum, but you might as well call it is. It's a bucket. I get nervous, if I go live and there's sometimes you go live and it might take a minute for somebody to show up. Of course, it ain't like I'm a huge channel and we have but we are close to 1,000 subscribers, and that's something that I'm, happy with. Here lately, ever since the strike of last month or whatever, and I was having to I couldn't upload for a week, and then there's been I was restricted to go live for a minute, and then or something like that, and I noticed, when I was able to put up videos again and stuff, and then started to, I did gain a few subscribers, but over the week, I've lost a few, and I don't know if that's people actually unsubscribing or accidentally unsubscribing, or YouTube doing their thing, because sometimes that happens. Since I've been on here, I've noticed sometimes it'll show you that say I got 5 subscribers that week, and then one day I can see that I got 3 subscribers. The next day the number will go down or won't even show them, and then it'll take another day for it to show back up. I think it might be kinks in the system, but I was watching a video yesterday, and I learned as far as if someone's doing YouTube as an attempt to make a living, which I don't make any money at this. But that's not my main purpose for doing it. It's if we ever get to a point where I was offered to be able to make somewhat of any money off of what I do, I would I've stated before that I may not ever do that, just to keep it you know what I mean? Try to figure out a way to generate money from other ways. So that way I don't have to be as, even though, because YouTube's so fickle about topics and things. That's why for instance, I really don't get too much into a lot of current things. Now on Greycloudy's Thoughts, my second channel, and you can find a link in the chat here. I left it. If you haven't subscribed to Greycloudy's Thoughts, go over there and check it out. And feel free to chime in if you want and ask a question, whatever, what's up, say hi. I'm just kind of I've made, several videos today, one for each channel, and done my I'm not done. I'm going to study some more. Yesterday, that's what I did too. I started the day off I've been starting it off since 3 days back, reading earlier, getting up earlier, start off with a little bit of study, a little meditation, do a little cleaning, figure out, and then I just kind of let the spirit kind of line up what the rest of the day's going to do for me or be. And that's how I was doing it for the longest time. And then as a human being, I sometimes get out of sync. Does anybody know about what I'm talking about there? Have you ever been in going, every day's going pretty good. You got months on end of really, say, an upswing feeling. You're motivated. You're just going at it. It don't seem like you can't mess up in any way. And then you get to the point, there's a period where maybe you do something or you stop doing a certain thing that was working. And the longer you go without doing that, you slowly start finding yourself feeling a certain way, a way that you hadn't felt in a long time, not so motivated, maybe not either happy or sad, but just kind of blah. That's not a great time to be in either. Or sometimes I used to have a lot of periods where I would, I've experienced what I describe, and there's a word for it. I don't know the word, but the feeling of no feeling, not knowing what you're feeling, and you don't even feel like you don't feel anything. You truly think you're absent of most, you haven't had any emotions, and however long, and you haven't reacted in negatively or positively to anything in a long time. It's almost like you've lost your gusto, And I go through those, and that's what I've been coming out of for the past month at least, from several months back. And I talk about this and been talking about it, but I'm working through it, So yeah, I'm just winging it there, I don't have I do miss playing music. I don't think I could keep up with. I couldn't probably do a lot of live stuff. I mean, I couldn't do like I did when I was in the 20s because I got so many physical ailments. I know when I had a drum set the last time that I had one, I still have one in North Carolina. Haven't been there in almost 6 years. But I know that I could only play my endurance on a drum set. I would have to be built up, and I don't think I could. Just because physically, my feet have conditions, my back, all that. But I still would like to play, and it would be cool, like if I did create music with somebody or whatever, and we recorded it and put it out, that maybe sometimes did play a show here and there, but I couldn't do like I used to. I know that I couldn't, so. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. You get older, life changes. How is everybody else doing today? I've had up to 3 people. There is 2 currently I'm seeing, and 1 consistent. There was somebody that was here for about 5 minutes in depth, and I try not to keep talking about it and looking at it, but I see the numbers go up and down, and I'm just trying to learn because I got out of I was doing the live streaming, and then I got off of it for a minute when the phone broke, and then this new phone don't allow me to just up and go live right off my data. It's not, for some reason, like I'd have to have either hotspot, Wi-Fi, or whatever for the other phone, the phone that I'm using the hotspot off of. This phone is on a hotspot right here. But so, what would you like to talk about? Anybody want to talk about anything? I guess you could tell yesterday was really fun in the chat. Oh, be quiet. Stop. Come here. Stop. Come here. My baby. Come here, baby. Hey, my baby. I love you. Yeah, she's in heat. Yeah, my baby. She did get stuck by Astro twice, so she's probably carrying, but she's still like trying to take. And I was hoping that might mean that maybe she didn't get, or there's something wrong with her and she can't have them. But anyway, I had Ladybird as long as I didn't get her fixed. I intended to, but things are harder when you don't drive. You don't hardly know anybody where you live, even though I've lived here this long. I don't have that many close people physically around me that have vehicles or drive. There are a lot of people that I do know are kind of like in my position. They either draw a check or don't have a job, and they don't have a vehicle. They're, so I just kind of make do with what I got. But I appreciate whoever is watching being here and let me talk. It's I'm trying to see. I'm just waiting. I don't know how long I'm going to stay on here. Yesterday we were on here for an hour and 20 something minutes, almost an hour and a half. And but Gideon asked me about predestination, what I thought about predestination, and I thought that was a good. I was kind of weird about talking about it because there was only really like 1 or 2 other people, but I didn't know what they thought. Like sometimes if I'm not really sure how open someone is, I don't want to go into too much detail on some things sometimes because I don't want to. When it comes to certain topics, I try to be respectful of who may be listening or talking to me or whatever, and where are they coming from. I try to meet people where they're at. So based on where they're, like, once I assess within a short time of meeting someone, I can kind of sometimes determine by conversation alone, I might not be able to go off into too much out of the box type of thinking. And that's fine because not everybody is built the same way. He even was talking about, thinking that having a connection to the spirit or to the divine God, aka God, big kahuna, I call it. But having the connection, he has more of an impersonal connection, or he don't even know if he feels. I don't know if I'm correct on what I can't speak for him, but he said that in relation to the whole something out there thing, it feels impersonal to him. And I said, I don't know how I would not, like, I don't know how to really, I wouldn't be me if I didn't have a personal relationship with what is behind, the truly mechanism, the thing that is working behind the scenes that sets things in motion. I've never been shy about talking about. Sometimes I just don't use the word God, for lack of a better term, but that word everybody can agree on to know. But like, depending on who you are, you may have only one boxed in idea of it, concept. I know what I know, and I can't prove it, just like nobody else can prove nothing else to me about it. You got to experience certain things, and I hope that whatever I'm talking about is that you're okay with it. Obviously, if you weren't, you wouldn't be watching. I feel like I'm all over the place today, but that's most days. We've had several people coming in and out. Maybe whoever's here, maybe somebody has not had the ability to chat. I don't know how that works. Like, I guess, well, no, you have to create an account to be able to subscribe, don't you? From what I understand, if I remember correctly. So that would mean, like, people that don't actually have an account and come on YouTube may not be able to join in the live stream. I don't know, or maybe they can watch, but they can't chat unless they. Like, if you were to go to Google search and go to the website and then sign in, but or what? I don't know what I'm talking about, really. I know people that have used YouTube a lot and do, but they don't have any kind of real account. Like, they don't have a YouTube channel account or nothing like that, and they're not like. So I don't know what the ability of. You know what I mean? Like, they've never thought about making a thing out of it. They just go in there and watch whatever they want. Well, Oh, baby, I'm sorry. Give my dog a few. There you go, baby. These are pretty good. Still not probably healthy. A lot of preservatives in it, but it's pita chips. I got them at the church pantry yesterday. I really wish my friend would at least message me. You know, he could have messaged yesterday and been like, hey, I ain't going to be by there. I don't have the money. But that's neither here nor there. I've got other people that have done me plenty of ways, and sometimes I still help them out. Because, you know, like I said, I actually owe David, but it's, you know, it ain't like, but just the fact. So I've made it a point that this coming week I'm going to get with him and give him at least part of it to show him that, because he hears me talk about other people and waiting on them. But I got people like last month that didn't pay me back on certain things, and if I don't bring it up, it don't get said nothing about. And then by the time you bring it up, they don't have whatever they were supposed to have anyway. But anyway, I got to remember when I go live to try to start doing this. The only way I know how to do this to add if I set it for later and schedule a time, then I can go in and then in the chat area do like I did today, which I'm not sitting here trying to beg for nothing. I just put my Cash App there because I had been doing that. I had learned how to do that and was trying to do that, but I had moderators that were able to do it for me if I didn't do it myself. And that's when several months back, when I was really like getting into it and kind of learning the process. And sometimes I put it in there just in case somebody wanted to help out, because there was a lot of days I might have been live and was like talking about being broke and stuff. But I hate kind of like that's not what, because sometimes people know, they relate to you. And just like I've done the same thing for other channels when I was to the good, or friends, like online and stuff that have helped me out. I've also helped, I don't know. But I'm sad about one person that a few months ago commented in the video, because, I got hacked over the past year on Facebook and Instagram. And I guess, they didn't know it. And that person that hacked it, they hijacked the account by changing the email. So I couldn't even, and I immediately was letting some people know that I had their phone numbers for. I only had a few phone numbers from from people on those places. So I was like, hey, my account got hacked. So, but, Facebook, still I didn't have a lot of numbers. And then by the end of the day, one friend came at me and was like, because I told him that morning, hey, dude, my account got hacked and everything. Then that afternoon, he was like, man, somebody messaged me from your account and was trying to get $150 from me. And but I'd already told him that morning. But like a few months ago, someone commented, and they have a channel and everything, and evidently that person had messaged them and got $20 from them, and they were promised to pay them back, which they thought it was me, and it wasn't. And I tried to explain to him, but you can't really explain it in comments. I explained to myself, I said, my accounts were both hacked, my Facebook and my Instagram. And I even made a short video about it, but I thought I was done with it, and I didn't know that it was done. You know what I mean? I didn't know. I've never had that happen. Never. I've had plenty of people I've known that didn't have any even YouTube channels or anything and got their accounts hacked. I've had plenty of people I've known, because, you can always tell. I hate it when I start getting a message from someone that I've been friends with for a while, and then I can tell by the way the message is going about, they're probably not the person, Like one friend, Daniel in Tennessee, said that someone messaged him from the account, but he has my phone number, and I forgot to message him and tell him that so he said, hey, dude, what's wrong? Because the person was like, hey, man, can you help me out today? I need to da-da-da-da-da. I'm in a bind. And I think they were trying to get $100 and something, not just 20. But Daniel said, well, call me and let's talk. And when he didn't get a phone call, he said he knew then it wasn't me. And that's awesome, So there was nothing I could do because I didn't have dude's number. I'm not going to mention their name. I don't want to get into no drama. I gave him an email. I've known him for years. I've done business with him and bought something from eBay from him. Anyway, I just hope that at some point he realizes that what I told him was true. That it wasn't, I didn't, Because if I had reached out to him and someone had sent me $20 and the agreement was I was going to give it back to him, I'm going to do that, even if I can't do it on time. Just like the person that I'm waiting on, and even David, like. But I'm talking about the person I'm waiting on. The least they could do is tell me they can't, like instead of just not saying anything. But dude thought that's what I'd done, and I didn't know that. And then, like a month had already gone by when I got this comment, and it upset me because. But then I have to realize I can't. Like sometimes things are going to look a certain way, but if I know in my heart what I did or didn't do, then that ultimately is where I need to have the peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? Like if I've done something in the wrong, then the only way I can have a peace of mind is actually to try to correct it in some form or fashion to at least make amends verbally. And so I didn't know what else to say. What do you say to someone that thinks that it was you and it wasn't? And I hate that. Because I've had plenty of people help me out over the past year or two, and but it was just weird. I've not went back and tried to, recreate any kind of account on Facebook or Instagram, and I don't plan to. I may go back to Instagram eventually, but it's really neither here or there. I'm on X, and I'm also on Gab, and I enjoy X. I got out of using it for a little while, and I tried to get the blue check mark again, and for some reason my money got refunded. But I just remembered I may have, because I did it. I might have went in there and realized I needed the money and canceled it, and that's why I got refunded, because I can't remember. You know what I'm saying? But I keep seeing people here, and I appreciate you. If you, well, I'm not gonna. I can't. The fact that anybody's even just sitting on the other end listening to me is a blessing. I'm not just sitting here talking to myself. You know what I mean? Now, for a minute, I was, because I have to wait for people to show up. And it's different than making a video. It's not me just hitting record and talking into a camera. I know that right now in real time, somebody is watching and listening, and that means a lot. Even if they don't chime in a chat, it's like I just realized. Do I have to know who exactly is watching or not? It's up to them if they want to say anything or not. And if they're content with watching me just sit here and babble and then share my feelings or thoughts on things, or hit on the bucket with my drumsticks, then that is cool, because I do that too. Sometimes I hate that I don't go into some of my friends' live streams as much as I could. There's often that I see plenty of cool channels that have a live stream going and they don't have a lot of people in there. And I would like to try, but I don't like just jumping in and jumping out. But sometimes maybe I should do that. At least stop by. You see they're live. I might start doing that just to let them know, hey, I can't stay, but hey, good work. Keep up. There's like some people I'm subscribed to, and they're subscribed to me, but we're not able to, we don't keep up with each other's channel, that, because especially other people that have channels that put a little bit more intensive work into theirs, like editing wise and stuff, and somebody that's been live streaming for a while or knows a little bit more about it and has guests on already and stuff. And I had plans for all that. I have people I've already asked to be guests on a live stream and stuff with me at some point when I was getting, and then Teresa had sent me a computer, a badass computer, and then since I didn't have it all hooked up, ready, learned it yet, 1 month I was I got down and decided to go pawn it, and then I had to pawn it in someone else's name, and then the person the next month when I had the money to go get it, they were agitated about they were aggravated at me about something, and it wasn't like anything I did. They were just being fickle. They wouldn't go get it out for me, and I don't know. I never did go up there and try to see if because it was, if it's in someone's name, they got to be the one to get it out legally. I don't think the pawn shop, even though they knew it was me, because I was standing there beside them, and I called the guy before I went up there. Stop. What I'm saying is, I made a poor decision, and then didn't have a clue that the person that got did that for me. And who knows? I wondered if they went and got it out and like gave it to their kid or something. But I can't do nothing about it. It was my stupid choice. Here I see it. Using a hotspot on the phone that I have data on to use this phone because this phone will let me stream. Like that phone won't let me stream from data, and I don't have another hotspot. So, but I'm not complaining because it was all, like, I guess I'm realizing I'm happy. I've been kind of so unhappy lately, like, or in more of a down place. Not like sometimes depression, but that's why doing these lives helps too. Right now it's just me getting out. Like, I don't know who's there, but I'm out of my head. I'm like, I've said before, like, doing the channel is like therapy for me sometimes. So, and I've been trying to put a little more thought into how I'm going to do Great Cloud's Thoughts, how that's going to work out. So, like, whoever you are, if you haven't went over there to Great Cloud's Thoughts yet, you can check it out. There's a link in the chat. I don't know. More than likely, if you're watching this, you probably already know and have subscribed over there. But there's only 11, 12 people. And one of those people is me. Subscribe to my channel over there. But with that channel, I think the goal is to shift into over there. I can go into, that's where I want, if I have any, there's a bunch of things I would like to make videos about that I bought a few months earlier in the year, comic book wise, in a friend's book and stuff, that a novel, his first novel that I wanted to do overviews of, and I never got around to. But I think, and I've always thought this, trying to divide up, like having a second channel will allow me, if I want to do different content, like if I want to do some overviews, that's where I'm going to do it. So as I get back in the swing of things, because like I mentioned, having lack of motivation for a while and just being out of the groove due to getting out of practice of certain things that had worked for me every day to help me stay on track. And I'm just now kind of getting all that, and I'm hoping to keep it going. I'm at a good pace, and I think also I'm realizing when I get in full swing again to not overdo it. I think I might have been going a little too hard at it for a minute, and I had all these grandiose ideas. They're not really grandiose, but I didn't. For the past few years, I've had plenty of ideas goals, but I'm not achieving them. I'm not getting to them like fully, like with wanting to design a little bit of merchandise or doing a website. And like I said, learning to do live streams and have guests, and like doing reviews and stuff like that. But with Great Cloud's Thoughts, I'm going to be exploring. You can go over there and check it out, but it's going to be sometimes some of the content over there, I hope to be that type of stuff. And I'm just not ready to do it yet. But this means me having to reread some of the things that I want to do, like videos about, like, hey, this is cool, or this is, look at this, and I've got this, and go check out my friend, or check out the author or the artist or whatever. That's what I'm going to do on Great Cloud's Thoughts eventually, but not fully. It's not going to be only just that. It'll also be like, I'm kind of winging it, like when I made that video about what might happen after the election. I did it the day before or whatever, like on a Monday, and I was like, my great cloud thoughts for this week. And my thoughts were about what I thought we could see some chaos, some like crazy stuff happen the day or two after election, and it didn't really, or even the same day. And it's not been so crazy yet. I don't think. I think the craziness is about to come in the turn of the year, but I'm not that like Ben said over there on that video on Great Cloud's Thoughts that everything will be all right, and it has turned out to be all right. So I'm just like I wasn't worried about it. I just thought that was a good topic to discuss, and that's kind of where I was at on that video. So I'm thinking about with Great Cloud's Thoughts, it's about kind of like thinking about something that's either currently going on that I'm seeing that I don't talk about over here, and I keep this to like reading and spiritual more and all that. Great Cloud's Thoughts can be thoughts on whatever really particular thing, but trying to hone it down a little more. Like as I move along, like I want to, like if I have a really cool topic that I'm thinking about that's on my mind, I want to maybe get in a groove of maybe if I don't do a little thought into what I'm going to say or how I'm going to say it in a video or something. Like going in instead of just winging it, like maybe preparing a little bit on doing the video on particular subjects and stuff. That's what I'm thinking. And I ask myself, am I taking on too much when I am coming out of where I came out of? But the strike led me to go ahead and create the second channel, and it's needed because if this channel ever goes down and I'm still wanting to continue doing it, I'll have that, even if I don't switch to that being the main channel eventually. I've even thought about changing this channel's name because I could have just made this Great Cloud's Thoughts and then started over there on it. But anyway, it is what it is, and it's not like I've worked into something that's like generating income or anything. So, and that's not the point. I'm rambling. I'm going to get off here. I don't know. I appreciate y'all being here. Been on here for a little while. I think it's time for me to get off here. I'm going to try to think of something other than just those little bit of pita chips. And kind of like maybe try to get in touch with my buddy or see if he's messaged me yet. I keep saying buddy. It might not be a buddy anymore if he's down here skip with me. I'm easy going. Like I said, there are plenty of people that have done me in a certain way, and I've still come back and forgive or just forget or not forget, but just kind of like still communicate with them, still associate with them, or and occasionally still help them out if I have to because it's just life. I've had people do it with me before. There's plenty of times I've been on both ends. So. Until next time, Mr. Grey Cloud here, Shades of the Eternal Moment. In a fairly good mood, and I hope you are too. Have a good day. Ditto. Much love.